for all my life. They say I'm a failure, end up in jail, I ain't proving right. My mama, she told me before, son, you get I understood, but I ain't see the vision. A nigga kept going, and now I'm winning. Some people I put my trust in, try to fuck up my image. Oh no, you didn't. Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cuz all this life we ain't put on with this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. And now we rich now, we got money, I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.
4, 5. Yeah, I ain't playing with your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with your ass. You chasing greatness. You got greatness talking to you. Become great.
Yo. What's going on out there? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boys, the Rize Podcast, with your boy, Coach Squeeze, a.k.a. the Smoothie King, right back at y'all with another one, all access in the national too. How y'all doing, man? Hope y'all had a blessed and safe day. Man, you know they losing their minds out here, man. Like I always say, man, you gotta be careful. It's sad, yo. It's sad. But how y'all doing, man? And I want y'all to keep all access and his family and y'all and y'all prayers, man. They got in an accident today. I don't know everything, but I'm sure he'll tell y'all when he come on, man. So let's keep his family in prayer, that everybody, all my prayer warriors, keep him in y'all prayers. Definitely. So, hey, man, glad to see y'all in the chat, and I hope that everything you work hard for, that you receive it. All right, man, and keep me and my family in prayer. My son' funeral is Thursday, so keep my daughter and the family in prayer, so that you know, we can remember the good times that we had with him. So I appreciate you guys, all the prayers y'all sent to the family. So all right, y'all, let me get the sponsors out of the way. Y'all already know how we do on here. 5-time world champ, 4 different weight classes, first ballot Hall of Famer, Baltimore's own, GTD Promotions, redesigning minds one mind at a time. We know a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to www.kenichibed.com. Use code TRP. You'll get 15% off them hibernation 5s. I got the black joints. I ain't even opened them up yet. Bam, I got the white ones. I'm gonna have to start plugging them back in. Shout out to that young brother, man. Also, don't forget to go on www.noshlipgallery.org. Use the code RIZE10. You'll get 10% off. Undefeated, future world champion, and he's an artist in and out of the ring. Let's keep him in our prayers, that he continue to grow, grasp the sport, and understand hard work and dedication. Also, go over to www.midkillerb.com. Go over to her page. Support her and her merch coming off a devastating knockout in DC. And don't forget redesigning minds one mind at a time, if I didn't say it already. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Also, shout out the Bad Girls Promotions, EOE, Education Over Everything, RIP to John Boy, RIP to Miss Tanya Vandross, as junior, and RIP to my son. May you rest in peace. Starting your journey early. You will be missed. All of y'all will be missed. Also, don't forget, shout out to Four Corners Boxing featuring Maurice and Jenny Jones. Go over there to 15 rounds of boxing every Wednesday night. Support them. They bringing it hard. Our brother station in New York. Also, shout out to Just Do Boxing, Hardcore Boxing News. Don't forget Pro-So Boxing. Get your apparel, boxing gloves, and everything you need. And shout out the AO clothing line. Shout out to them. Thanks for the love that y'all always send us. And shout out to Richie Baby for the fire intro. Richie Threads clothing line, man. Always sending us apparel, man, showing us love. And don't forget to go down on 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue. Get your shirts, Essentials, Coach Calvin and Kenny Way, 15 rolls for $7. And shout out to Under Armour. Thanks for all that you do. Shout out to Miss Mona, Kyle Coolett, Miss Yaya, Gregory Pratt, everybody, man, who support us unheard of, all the sponsors that support us, man, Miss Melody Queen, the list goes on and on. I can go on all night with the love that we've been getting on here. We still in the lab, man. We still grinding and fighting, and that's what life's all about, man. Just keep pushing till you can't no more. It's as simple as that. Last but not least, the official gear boxing. All the fighters are winning. Y'all can say it with me in the chat on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Box. Raw. Y'all see this shirt I got on? I'm always repping something new. You know what I mean? Upton Boxing Center. Yeah. You know. That's how we doing it. Yeah. That's how we doing it. Upton Boxing Center. All right, let me go on down here and show some love in the chat. I'm feeling a little better. I'm coming along. Had a nice power salad. Had some lemon. Been drinking lemon water. And staying prayed up, man. Getting into the word, man. And just food for my soul. All right, man. Let me go on in here. Hunter on a Hunt, the Incredible Hawk of the Rize podcast. Ace is the place of the helping hardware store. Tawu Aqua Kaboot too. Jarrell Davis, Just Do Boxing. What it do? Brashley McClendon, Miss Mona in the building. Big No Gaming. We gonna chop it up tonight, y'all. Lewis 4500, Daryl Hopkins. What it do? Let me see. Unheard of. Hey, baby, how you doing, Queen? God bless you and your family. Lewis 4500, Stretched Out Boxing. 323, Quick. Miss Arena. Dorian Brown. Alan Johnson. Bray Marlin. Oh man, Bray Marlin missed a few episodes because the Hurricane Milton. What up, Rize fam? Condolences, Coach Squeeze. Hey man, let's send prayers out to Bray Marlin and his family from the hurricane, man. It's real, y'all. It's real. It's no, we not exempt from nothing. Nobody is exempt from nothing. I mean, as hurtful as it is that we suffer loss, but everybody's different how they deal with things. But me, I try my best to remember the good times, the laughter, and what that person meant to me and what I meant to them. What keeps, because I could have been broke down. You know, once my mom passed, the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. You know, it's been 22 years, my baby then gone home. But it don't hurt like it used to, but you know, some days better than others. But I know her teachings that she taught me, I still live by today. So she living through me. As long as I'm breathing, she living through me. Miss Yaya, hey Queen, good to see you in the chat. Melody Queen 27. Let me make sure I get everybody. Musa, what it do? We get ready to get it chopping, y'all. Tim Layton, JBT. I don't want to miss nobody. Miss Mona say, Tank tweeted press conference next week. Robert Murray-Weather, what it do, man? His son got a fight coming up. Yeah, definitely future world champion, man. I'll bet not sleep on this kid, man. Salute back to you, brother. 323 quick. Q-Wick. 323 Q-Wick. Sending prayers to you, Coach Squeeze, and to Senior and his family, wishing them a speedy recovery. Appreciate that, man. Stretched out boxing. I'ma see, Miss Yaya. I'ma see. I'll see. Marvin Allen, what it do? Real prison talk with Tommy. 86 baby Murray. All right, y'all. Let's chop it up, man. Let's get into this, man. It was a hell of a fight. This past weekend, man. I hope y'all understand what we got. She loving the Maha. What it do, yo? What's up, man? She loving the Maha Tank Gang peoples. What's going on, brother? What's next for Artur, Beterbiev, the winner of Benevidez Morrell Jr., or the Bivol rematch? Let me see what's on y'all minds. And I watched the fight. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to bring in a special guest. Well, he family. Man, future world champion, undefeated. Don't sleep on his young brother. The one, the only, I call him the young hitman, the king, Robert Merriweather Sr. in the building.
What up, Coach Squeeze?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, brother?
Oh, man, I'm hanging in there, man. You killing me with that jersey, though, but
Oh man.
I don't even know about all of that. I'm already
Yeah.
going through enough. I don't
Look,
need no. They say the one thing my mother taught me: there's no salt on an open wound. They know how to beat you when you're down.
yeah, I thought
What's
I'd bring some sunshine to your life. A
is
little
that?
bit.
What you is that? What you call that, brother?
Yeah, a little sunshine to your life.
It look more like you're stealing it.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
What's going on,
Not
man?
too much, man. How you doing?
I'm just hanging in there, man. Just trying to be mentally adequate, I would say, and just staying humble, man, and just trying to meditate on the word, and life gonna keep lifing.
Yeah, yeah,
Whether you wanna um get with the old saying cliche, you gonna get with the Joneses or you ain't,
yeah.
But yeah, getting ready for my son's funeral Thursday.
My
Getting every
condolences, brother.
Thanks, man. Just I'm looking at his little picture, man. It just ain't really sunk in yet. You
It,
know, it ain't really still fresh. But how you doing? How your family, man?
everybody's good. Everybody's good, man. Everybody's good.
That's good, man. I'm glad you come on and chop it up with me, because this is what I was talking about. Getting y'all guys to start to come in when y'all have time, because I know y'all lifing and y'all got big things that y'all got going on too. So when y'all take time out to come over here and chop it up with us, is always a plus to the channel.
Oh, we
Um,
always got time for the
my man,
rise.
appreciate that, man. That's a lot of love, man. You about to bring tears to my eyes with that one, champ.
Yeah, we always got time for the rise.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. We ain't nothing without y'all. We
Hey
ain't,
man,
we ain't,
we appreciate y'all.
yeah, we ain't nothing without y'all, man. You see the fight this weekend, Artur, Beterbiev, and Bivol. And what's your take on it, senior? What's your take?
Man, I didn't get to see the first 3 rounds because we went down to Rival and supported them a little bit. They had uh, a little function they was doing. So I caught the last 4 rounds, 4-12, and from what I saw, I had Bivol. I had Bivol. And the reason I say it is because a lot of the shots that Beterbiev was throwing were getting blocked. He was catching a lot of those shots. So to me, Bivol landed the cleaner punches, my opinion. You know, but you can tell that Beterbiev is very strong though. He's a very strong fighter.
Yeah. So we gonna mix it up. I mean, you say you ain't see the first 3 rounds, which I think was some very crucial and prudent rounds. We already know that um Beterbiev starts slow.
Okay.
Everybody and their mother knows that. Um, if from the time you picked up the fight,
Yeah.
if you was in, we gonna do this. If you was in Birdie Beef's corners from the time you picked up the fight until the end, what would any adjustments you would have made if you seen any that need to be made?
Well, from what I saw, he was following him. You know, he was following him around the ring a lot. He wasn't cutting the ring off. From what I saw, you know, and then it was times where he was head hunting a lot. You know, go down to the body a little bit more. You know, slow Bivol down. And, you know, anybody knows that when you got somebody on their bicycle that's moving a lot, you attack the body, slow them legs down a little bit. But he was doing a lot of head hunting. And
Okay.
that's where Bivol was catching a lot, you know, catching a lot of his shots up top.
So that's what you would have been giving him if you was in his corner coaching him round by round.
Yeah, yeah.
That would have been your adjustments.
Attack the body a little bit more. Attack the body a little bit more. Because
Okay.
he's very heavy handed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's very heavy handed.
Okay. And same question for Bivol.
I would have told him to establish the jab a little bit more because he was picking it. He was picking the shots. He was doing a lot of moving, but he wasn't as active as he should have been. You know, I would have liked to seen him be a little bit more active. Like he would give me a spurt, then he would move. Then he'd give me another spurt, then he would move.
So what would you be telling him?
A little
What
bit.
if I'm in the corner, I'm looking at you, senior. I'm looking at you and I'm looking for instructions. What would I be getting from you if I was Bivol?
Get a little bit more active. Get a little bit. Let your hands go a little bit more. You know, just don't give me spurts. You gotta command the ring. Command the ring. Ring generalship. You know, he was doing a lot of backing up, so Beterbiev was coming forward a lot. So you gotta give me more ring generalship. Stay on your jab, turning instead of that wide circle, turning, punch, turning. Keep him up off
Okay.
you with the jab. Because when he was throwing the jab, it was throwing Beterbiev off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he was throwing the jab, he was throwing Beterbiev off. So give me a little bit more with the jab, and then come back with a little bit more combinations.
Got you. Got you. Um, so what would you what was your thoughts on the decision?
It was a close fight. It was a close fight. You can't be mad at the decision. You can't be mad at the decision. The only one that I didn't agree with was the 116 to 112.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't agree with that. So the fight could have went either way. But 116 to 112, yeah, I didn't agree with that.
116, 112 saying unanimous.
That's saying, yeah.
Yeah, no. That
Yeah.
don't sound like majority, which the nod that he got.
Yeah.
That sounds more like that judge saying in his head, without a shadow of a doubt, Beterbiev was winning that fight
Easy.
by a landslide.
Yeah, easy.
You know, that's what that yell. 116, 112.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, man. Oh, damn, we got the all-stars coming in tonight, man. A living legend in his own right. We got an all-star lineup. First ballot Hall of Famer going down into the Rize podcast Hall of Famer. Man, this dude, he ain't no little dude. Me. Don't get it twisted. They're looking at him on his screen. Don't run down on him, because I'm telling you, I know he's standing over top of you. The living legend himself. Keep it greasy and it'll comb easy. Mr. Will in the building.
What's happening, fellas?
How's it going, Mr. Will?
All right, good seeing y'all.
What's going on, Mr. Will?
And not a whole lot, Squeeze. Good seeing your face, brother.
Man, hey, man, appreciate that, man. It's an all-star cast on here tonight. We should call this the Rize All-Star Living Legends in the building. The heavy hitters. Let me bring the other heavy hitter in. He the baby of the bunch, but I'm going to tell you, when he get to talking, people get to walking. I call him the wizard of the Rize podcast. He got another, I give him another year in the ring with us. He can make the first ballot Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Rize podcast legend.
Right.
My guy, a gentleman and a scholar, Mr. Ed.
Oh man, Squeeze! Thank you for the warm welcomes, man. Come on,
What's
I had
that?
to pinch myself. I had to see if this was real life, man. Like, geez Louise, it's a pleasure to be here with y'all.
Yes, sir. Okay, now let's have some fun. Now I'm gonna go around the board. Y'all know how we do. You know when you watch First Take is always a moderator. So I'm moderating tonight, baby. I'm gonna go over to my boy, the living legend, who been doing this stuff way before me. Mr. Will, did you see the fights of Bivol and Beterbiev this weekend?
Yes, sir.
Give me your take and let me sit back and take a break.
You know what? That fight, now, I picked Beterbiev to win that fight, right? But that fight was a lot closer than I really expected. What I mean? And in a lot of circles, a lot of people are saying that Bivol actually won that fight. And I will say, I do think he was more busy. I think he was definitely the busier of the two. But what I think why he didn't get the decision was because he looked like he was trying to fight Beterbiev off of him more so than trying to really initiate action. So I think that, and Beterbiev was the aggressor the whole fight. And I think that's what got him over.
Ooh, okay. Now, Aunt McQueen, do you got your ears on? Breaker 9.
Yes, sir, man. I got similar thoughts to Mr. Will.
Same question, sir.
That's how I felt. I felt the same way. Like there just came a certain point in the fight. I want to say midway through the fight, it felt more so like Bivol was throwing those get off me type punches. You know what I'm saying? I want to say in the 7th round, I was just talking about this with these guys, man. At the 110 mark, Bivol let off a little combination. He let off a little flurry. Beterbiev, he counted him. And then for the rest of the round, he just kept his hands at home. And he was just just cycling around with the high guard up, man. And that to me is like the definition of effective aggression. And I think that sometimes we conflate effectiveness with efficiency. So I feel like Bivol was more efficient when you look in terms of like the percentage of punches landed. But when you look at effectiveness, it's like if I can throw one punch and now all of a sudden you don't want to throw any punches.
There you go.
And I can let several go before you return fire.
Look,
ultimately, I'm containing you.
Can we call it death by perception?
Yes, I agree with that too. Because I feel like going into that fight, there were a lot of preconceived notions that if there was a knockout, it would have been Beterbiev. If somebody would have won by decision, then it would have been Bivol. Because we look at one guy as just this monster, just this power puncher, and the other guy is the master boxer. And I personally, my personal thoughts is this before I pass the baton, but my personal thoughts is this. When it comes to outboxing somebody, it's not just a matter of staying on the outside and fencing, but if I have something that I want to do, can I impose that?
Right.
More often than not. So if I can keep you on the back foot and keep you with your hands at home, then I'm outboxing you. If you can keep me from doing that, if you can keep me from applying pressure, or if you can make me look silly, if you can evade me to a large extent to where now I get discouraged, then you're outboxing me. It's more so about just finding that area that you can exploit and doing it with more consistency than the other person.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so much a matter of whether or not it's back foot or if it's pressure. Is who can impose their game plan and their strategy more than the other guy. More
All right, let me go over to Robert Murray-Weather Sr. because I want to make sure everybody is getting a taste of the pie tonight. I want to ask you, Senior, do we as boxing observers, knowing that a puncher is going up against a boxer, can that play with our psyche a little bit when it comes to making the right assessment on what we saw?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It does, but see, for me, what and it goes back to like you take um I've always said that I'm going to take the boxer over the puncher any day, but it determines on who the puncher is now. You know, so and some people will say that a lot of punchers can't box, and that's been proven false too. You know, because you got some punchers that can box also. You know, but when you look at Beterbiev and Bivol, did Bivol outboxing? Yeah, to a certain extent. But like Mr. McQueen said, he wasn't effective enough. You know, so that can play like a psyche on you too. He wasn't effective enough. When you can make a fighter do what you want him to do, control the ring, control the action, that's what win you the fights.
Okay. Let me slide down to Mr. Will, aka Papa Smurf. Mr. Will, I'ma ask you, when you watch this fight, did you think that what style you thought that was really in your mind? Because I went with Beterbiev too, but I just want for the people out there to understand how each and every one of us is thinking and what we saw. Because if we were the four judges at the fight, I want them to understand what we seen that night. In hindsight, whose style before the fight, even the bell rung, that you thought was going to outweigh the other style?
Well, basically, for the most part, the fight looked pretty much like I thought it would in my head before it actually took place. But I will say this much. What I did enjoy about that fight most of all, it was beautiful violence. And what I mean, it was like a high-skilled chess match last night. It really was. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that you had to really understand and appreciate boxing to enjoy that fight. And I do think it was a great fight because I love knockouts, but I was okay with the going the distance because I like both guys and everything, and it was a good one. But see, I thought though before they announced the decision, I thought in all fairness that a draw would have been the best way to go, because they still would get a 2 out of it either way anyway. But I know that's what the business move was, to get a 2 out of it, possibly a 3. So they went the way they went with the decision. But now, I also heard that Bivol was supposed to file a complaint today about the decision. I don't know how far that's going to go or if that's going to do anything at all, but yeah, he was supposed to protest that today with the commission.
Okay. let me go over to Aunt McQueen, and I want to ask you, good brother, if we just drawing this picture, if Beterbiev had a mastered his game plan, what we anticipated on him doing, what would the outcome would have been in your eyes with that recipe?
I thought he worked the game plan to perfection, to be honest with you. The one thing that I felt like he should have did more of was go to the body, because there were
Thank you.
several times where he caught him with a right hand to the body and them legs just stopped churning.
I agree.
He was effectively stationary after that. Bivol, that is.
Yeah.
I felt like both guys could have went to the body a little bit more, to be honest with you, because I thought that Bivol, he had a couple of nice stabs to the body, but I think that maybe he felt like he was a little bit too vulnerable. He didn't want to get caught with anything.
It looked like both guys were respectful of the counter.
No, definitely. But I would definitely say Bivol more so, because Beterbiev, the volume never stopped from him. It never ceased. Like he just kept letting his hands go. And the one thing with him is he don't got to load up to be impactful. Everything is short. It's like little arm punches.
That's true. The only thing I had a gripe with Beterbiev was it looked like the whole night he was trying to punch through Bivol's guards. And like you said, why waste that energy and start going to the body, because the body was there all night.
Yep.
Well, let me go back up the senior and ask you, when it came round the 6th and 7th round, who did you have winning at that point on what you saw, what you seen if you was a judge?
It was close. It was close. It was like a toss, because both of them was having good moments. If you like aggression, you would have had Beterbiev. You know, it was steady aggressive pressure. You know, but like I said, he also was getting a lot of his punches was getting caught because he was doing a lot of head hunting. But to me, like Bivol had some of the cleaner shots. His shots were a lot cleaner than Beterbiev was, because Beterbiev was a lot of his punches was getting blocked.
Okay.
But it was still close. It was still close because of the effective pressure from Beterbiev.
First of all, I'd like to thank ProSo and the Cash App, man, for showing me that love and support, man. Getting ready for this homegoing service Thursday. So every little bit is appreciated. I appreciate you always showing that support, man. I'm gonna say something that I wanted to give y'all the opportunity to say it. I kind of heard it, but when I say this, y'all might say y'all already said it. But what I saw from round 1 to round 4, before he was told to make adjustments, he was chasing the knockout for the first 3-4 rounds. And I think that put him behind on the scorecard. Because if you ask me, what I saw, I was more so like, Beterbiev, you got to pick it up. I thought that Bivol boxing them lovely, using the rangefinder, touching them, because he didn't want to commit, because the power was real. He didn't want to get caught with no counter shot over the top, because that's Beterbiev's best shot for a tall guy. He likes to come over the top with that 8 cross the temper. So Bivol wanted to make sure he used the rangefinder and box. I think that Bivol boxed lovely in the first 3 solid rounds. But once Beterbiev start picking it up, and whoever was talking to him in the corner, he was touching the body a little more, but still not enough for me. If he would have started going into the bank early, he would have been able to take a withdrawal out round the fourth round. He would have been able to start taking money out and take it home with him. What you think about that assessment, Mr. Will?
I totally agree. Like I said earlier, it was too many. He spent too much time trying to headhunt, first of all, and trying to punch through Bivol's guard. I didn't understand that. He had a whole body there to hit, and he was still constantly trying to go straight down the middle through Bivol's guard. And I was like, come on, man, change it up. Give me a different look every now and then. You know what I mean? His attack basically stayed the same the whole night.
Okay. All right. We established that, gentlemen. So let me go on to the second portion of the show. I'm gonna go with my boy brother Ant McQueen, the wizard of boxing. Who would you like to see Beterbiev face next? Morrell or Benevidez, or the immediate rematch? In your words,
I'll take the rematch.
I would say the rematch too.
The rematch. We gotta clear up the controversy.
I'm coming.
We gotta clear up the controversy. Anytime there's some sort of discrepancy, we gotta clear it up, man. You gotta run it back immediately, and then hopefully there's enough separation to where we say, okay, you know, we can distinguish who is the winner after all. Because until that happens, you're gonna say there's gonna be some people who say Beterbiev won, or there's gonna be some people who say Bivol got robbed. So we got to clear that up. Leave no controversy.
Okay. Now I'm coming to you, Mr. Will. You moving past the moderator, Mr. Will.
I don't need to move past the moderator, but it's all connected. I was just going to ask all of y'all: do you think Bivol has a case with trying to protest this decision?
I don't agree with it.
I don't.
You know, this call for the rematch and settle it that way.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Will, can you ask my question, sir, please?
Yes, sir.
I asked you the same question I asked Ant McQueen. Then you do a question on the panel.
Yeah.
Can I get an answer from the other one?
Okay, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
He gonna get me fired.
No.
ESPN will not give me my check. Run that bomb again, Ant McQueen.
Sound like you forgot.
No,
the question is, what do you want to see next? Do you want to see him versus
definitely
Bivol in the rematch, or the winner of Benevidez Morrell Jr.?
One word answer: rematch.
Okay. Same question. Senior.
Rematch. Definitely the rematch.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go to Mr. Will.
Mm-hmm.
If the rematch doesn't happen, because what you just said sounds like a little bit of trickery gonna be thrown in on the perception of the fight with what you just said. You dropped the bombshell. I knew nothing about that. If that doesn't take place because of what you just said, who would you want to see him face first? Benevidez or Morrell?
I just answered your question though. When I said rematch, I don't want to see anybody else now but the rematch.
The question
I think that's going to happen though. I really do think that's going to be the immediate rematch.
The question is, if it doesn't happen, what you said is a technicality. You know how they get.
Yeah.
Mr. Will, I'm just keeping it a buck. You know how they get. He don't have to fight Beterbiev right away. He could be in his feelings, and I wouldn't be mad at him. He got every right to be, because that scorecard, I think, was a little too lopsided. So saying that, if that doesn't take place in Mr. Will eyes, what would be more worthy of a fight for you before that happens again?
Well, I would have to say Benevidez between the two, because Morrell is really kind of new on the scene, hasn't really done anything yet. I like him, but he hasn't really done anything yet. And Benevidez's name is ringing right now more so because he's been chasing Canelo around.
Got you. Yeah, I respect that.
What did he say?
Aunt McQueen.
I'm right there with Mr. Will. Mr. Will is spot on. He's spot on. And then here's the other thing too. I mean,
I
I
don't know
already
how to
feel
join
like,
again.
oh, you up here with us? Can you see us? You say you don't know how
See.
to join again.
Oh, he gotta go out and come out. Somebody must have called him.
But yeah, I feel like with Morrell, this is already dangerous enough for him being in, what is this, his 12th fight or something like that. He's
Right,
in there with
right.
Benevidez, who has more pro experience
Mhm.
off top. So I wouldn't want to see Morrell go out like a Marvis Frazier. You know, like Marvis Frazier, they threw him in there with who the hell was that? Larry Holmes in like his 10th fight. And then his next fight after that, he was in there with Mike Tyson. You can't fight Larry Holmes and Mike Tyson back to back before you even in the teens, as far as like the number of fights fought. So could you imagine Morrell going from Benevidez to Beterbiev like back to back? Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that
That's
is.
crazy.
You back with us, senior?
Yeah, my son was calling. He's at strength and conditioning. He kicked me out, and I don't know how to work these phones like that.
Yo,
So
you
I had to
good?
leave and come back. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you did the right thing. Same question. What Mr. Will said, if he's supposed to be protesting the fight, if that pushes the fight back, what would be your choice of opponent next for Beterbiev, Morrell, or Benevidez?
In my personal opinion, uh, I don't think neither one of them really have a chance against Beterbiev because they're both of them. Both of them will sit there and they don't have the movement that Bivol do, and I think it'll call for a tough fight for both of them. So I would rather see the rematch.
Okay. Okay.
I'd
Hey,
rather see the rematch.
hey, Mr. Will,
Mm-hmm.
you got your ears on?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Anything, anything you want to ask each and every one of us on the panel? What you want to ask us about what you saw this weekend? This is your opportunity to shoot us some food.
From what I can think of, we've covered everything. Really.
Got you. Anything that we missed that you grabbed that we didn't?
The only thing, like I said, Beterbiev didn't change up his attack. That's key. That, out of everything I saw the other day was this Beterbiev kept coming the same way. That was my only issue.
Got you. Got you. Who's this? And Kern's Beauty Bar. Appreciate the love and the cash app. It's well appreciated. Thanks for the love and the support. Basically, what I saw was, to me, both of those guys in spurts in the fight, their styles stood out. But it was the swinging of the pendulum throughout the 12 rounds. But one thing I can honestly say, that what I liked about the fight was we got it to the best at 175. It didn't take 5 to 10, 7 years to make it happen.
Yeah.
I was not disappointed at all in their performance. Of course, they always could have, from hindsight, me looking, could have did a little bit more from what I'm seeing. I'm not the one in there getting hit. I was very pleased with that fight. It was action-packed all the way through, because at times, Beterbiev forced Bivol to stay still because he couldn't move the whole time. And that's when I saw Beterbiev. I think he was getting more credit for touching him a little bit more when he couldn't circle the ring. Now, it's a difference between running and boxing. Bivol showed me what he truly was, a hell of a boxer, which I think he could have snapped that jab a little bit more. He could have did the Ali effect, bop, and moved a little, bop, bop, kept moving a little bit more. But Artur Beterbiev got a chin on him. You see the head on that No Diddy. You see the head on that brother. That No Diddy. You know what I mean? He got a chin. So, Mr. Will, I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm gonna go around the panel. Do you think, in your words, in your assessment, is Beterbiev a old 40 or a young 40? I just need you to tell me which one you going with.
Well, I think he's got a lot left in the tank because he hasn't been beat on. And I always say fighters that at an advanced age like that haven't been beat on have a little more longevity than ones that have been beat on through the years. The guys that have been in a lot of wars, that tends to shorten anyone's career, no matter what age you are. I'm going to give you a classic example of that. I got to go back a bit, but Wilfred Benitez, right? Y'all know that name. Wilfred Benitez was done on both sides at 21 years old. Why? Because he started at 14. He was champion at 17. So he was a high school kid fighting grown men. By the time he was 21 years old, there was nothing left.
Ant McQueen, same question.
I think he's got a lot left too. I think the fact that the man is 39 years old, and according to the punch stats, which I feel like is more of an approximation than it is accurate, it's an approximation. But let's say, for argument's sake, he did throw 1,000 punches. 1,000 punches at 39 years old is absurd. Like, you got to be in insane condition. We got fighters half his age that aren't throwing that many punches in a fight. Like, that just alone speaks to the level of conditioning that the man is at. So he's definitely a young 39, young 40, if you will.
Same question. Seeing you.
I agree. He got a lot left. But I want to ask a question though. Here's what I want to ask. Okay, as far as Beterbiev, do you think that did you see the best Beterbiev on Saturday? And also, did you see the best Bivol on Saturday?
Which
What I'm trying to say is, do you think Beterbiev could do anything different to have made it more clear, or do you think, and the same thing with Bivol? I think Bivol could have did a little bit more to win the fight more convincingly. But with Beterbiev, I seen the same Beterbiev. If you understand what I'm saying.
Okay. You asked the question, then you answered the question, then you went.
I answered the question that
I understand what he's
opinion.
asking, though.
Yeah,
I understand what
I
he's
answered
asking.
it with my opinion.
I'm
I
trying to,
understand what he's asking.
bro.
I don't think we've seen the best. I don't think we've seen the best of either guy, because I'll say this. I think that potentially moving forward, we'll see even more from both guys, because I'll say this about Artur Beterbiev. Earlier on in his career, you can make the argument that he was a lot more seek and destroy. If you look at his past couple of performances, excluding in the Bivol fight, right? Like when he fought against the last guy, Callum Smith, he was in there with a taller guy, rangy guy, and he was doing some sneaky good things, some crafty things, being able to manipulate this guy just using his feet, stepping in range and using a little bit of that push and pull. Like, I'm gonna step in range, I'm gonna get you to throw a punch, I'm gonna step just out of range and counter right over the top of it.
Right.
Or I'm gonna sense a little lull in the action, I'm gonna throw a little gazelle punch, I'm gonna leap in, hit you with a little hook while you sitting there posturing. And just seeing him just do crafty little things. I rewatched the fight that he had with Anthony Yard. There was several moments where he was actually fighting off the back foot, which is something that he's not commonly associated with.
Right.
He was able to suck a Yard in to committing. He catch him with a right hand, then turn him right into the corner. I'm like, damn, I never seen him do that in other fights. So he's got different layers to his game that he's been adding incrementally over the years. And if you listen to him talk in interviews, one thing is consistent, regardless of the performance, regardless of if he won the fight, he always says the same thing. I just want to be a good boxer. So I think that that's his focus above all things, is that he's committed to learning, even if it's just marginal, even if it's just incremental, it's just 1%. He's just committed to just getting a little bit better, a little bit better.
Right.
As far as Bivol is concerned, pardon me, there's one thing that we got an answer to. I feel like this fight was a revelation. The question mark that I have for Bivol going into this fight is, how will he react in times of adversity? And what is his resolve like, and what is his durability like? Because we haven't seen him in too many compromising positions where he got caught with a good shot and then he had to manage himself and try to figure out a way to get through a round. We haven't had to see him survive yet. Beterbiev is different because we've seen him get dropped once and we've seen him get cut real nasty in that Marcus Brown fight. So we knew. What's that, Mr. Will?
I was saying that was a headbutt, though.
That was a headbutt, but what I'm saying is my thing is this: adversity. You got some guys in that same position where they might have panicked and then the fight gets stopped. Because we seen John Pascal in a similar situation with Marcus Brown, where the head got split, he just couldn't continue. Beterbiev, his head got split. He said, I'm going to stop this guy before they stop the fight. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what he did. He turned it up. He saw blood and he was like, hell no, I'm not going to let them stop this. I'm going to stop this guy. And he got him up out of there. He got dropped twice, both instances, Jeff Page and the other guy, Callum Johnson. He got up, beat Earth, Wind, and Fire out of both of them dudes after getting dropped. We haven't seen Bivol in a situation where he got hit with something serious and he had to figure it out. In this fight, we found out, like, okay, he's a little bit tougher than what we thought. He's the first guy to make it the distance with Beterbiev. You know what I'm saying? So now we know, okay, if he's in a fight, everybody ain't punching like Beterbiev. So now he might feel a little bit more comfortable taking a few more chances here and there moving forward.
Mr. Will?
I totally agree. I mean, it's like, summing it up in a nutshell, as far as I'm concerned, we saw the two best light heavyweights yesterday. Point blank. Or was that day before? Well, day before yesterday. We saw the two best. We saw the two best in there.
And the reason I'd asked that was because, like with Bivol, right? Now, because I believe he did get hurt in that fight.
Yeah.
You know, and he did get hurt in that fight. So I'm thinking that, you know, if they were to do a rematch, Bivol will take chances a little bit more.
Let me answer your question.
Go ahead.
You finished, Mr. Will?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna answer what you asked. I think what you guys missing, it's just like when your mother make that homemade potato salad, and it's just this pinch she put in there that everybody else don't put in there. And I think that's what y'all missing in y'all potato salad tonight. I'm listening to y'all guys, y'all brothers. But one thing I'm really not hearing y'all say, styles makes fights. And what we saw Saturday night were two high-level guys that wasn't trying to give the next one an edge. So it's going to be lapses in perform. It's going to be laws in their performances that if he was fighting me, he'd have mopped the damn floor with me. But he was in there with a more high-level opponent. Like Mr. Will say, the cream of the creme, the cream of the crop, two of the best at 175. Wasn't disappointed. Did I want to see? I like both of the guys. I got right what I thought I was going to saw, but I thought Bivol was going to at least touch the canvas once. He showed me that he was tough enough to withstand Beterbiev onslaught. He limited it with the movement, and you see Beterbiev had to keep resetting his feet, turning, following him because he's a flat-footed fighter. He needs his food to stay still for him to eat it completely. Yeah. Closing arguments, Mr. Will.
I like that. I like that.
Mr. Will, I learned from the best. Closing arguments, baby. I had to shut that down.
Yes, sir. But no, what it was, like I said, again, Beterbiev's Achilles heel that night was trying to punch through Bivol's high guard. Bivol had the high guard all night, and Beterbiev kept trying to punch through. And my thing is, if you can't go straight up the middle all the time, go around the sides. You know, do something different. He didn't do that. He was just trying to punch through the guard all night. And I said, well,
hold on, Mr. Let me throw this out here. Smoothie King, right back at y'all with another one. The Rize podcast, the CEO of the Rize podcast, the cameraman, aka co-host in the editing room today. He says, thanks everybody for your concerns. The kids are good. Just saw Junior took the worst of it, and he just got discharged an hour ago. I wasn't driving. Their aunt was taking them. Their aunt, I guess, typo, was taking them, and she's fine too. And he say, P.S. Me, Mr. Will, is a white man trapped in a black man's body because he don't like black fighters. You know, he had to. I wouldn't even read that one. I'm sorry, Mr. Will. I'm trying to keep it on the up and up. He say, thanks to the panel for coming on. You know, he had to come for you, Mr. Will.
I know.
It wouldn't be it wouldn't be senior if he ain't come for you.
He didn't do it, yeah.
But we're gonna go around the board. We're gonna keep it classy, and we're gonna do closing arguments so we can get out of here. And we're gonna start with senior Robert Merriweather Sr.
Oh man, thanks for having me. Keep your head up, stay positive.
Thank you, brother. Aunt McQueen, the wizard.
Same as always, Squeeze. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. Small things, all things.
Thank you, brother. Mr. Will, a.k.a. Papa Smurf.
Miss you, brother. I tell you, man, this was good energy. I loved it tonight. And
thanks, man. Thanks.
You know, like you did, hit me up. When you need me, call me. You know, let me know something. Because as you see, I'll be there. I'll still be there to this day, you know.
My man.
For real. But I always enjoy rapping with y'all, man. But that was a good show, man. That was a good show. I really enjoyed that.
I appreciate it. I try to go ESPN tonight a little bit.
That's all good.
And give everybody a slice of the pie, a fair shake at breaking down their analogies of what they saw. Because we all got our own eyes, God bless us with. You might have seen something I didn't see. Aunt McQueen might have saw something you didn't see, I didn't see. So I wanted to make sure hopefully I gave y'all a fair piece of the pie, all of y'all tonight.
what I was going to say. I think everybody saw the same thing. You could hear that in our words. Everybody pretty much saw the same thing. You know, the fight it's definitely a classic, though. It's a fight I definitely watch again.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it soon. We get off of here.
Mm-hmm. But
all right, you gotta send us away right. You know what they want to hear. You ain't been on here a while.
Well, y'all know what to do. As always, keep your head greasy and the comb easy.
All right, Mr. Will, peace.
Same to you, squeeze. Talk to you soon.
Okay. All right. Hey, man, y'all already see we had an all-star cast on here tonight. We had first ballot Hall of Famers on here tonight. So, as we always say on the Rize podcast, it's your boy, Coach Squeeze, all access international in the back. Mr. Will just making his awaited return. Right back at y'all with another one. Have a blessed night. Peace.
Peace.
Everybody be safe, man.
No doubt.
Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cuz oh, this life we ain't put on with it. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. Now we rich now, we got money, I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga. For all my life, they say I'm